Someone came with a gun and fired shots at the castle. They're firing shots at me. I left.
You gotta swim this way. Just stay calm. Just stay calm, that's all you can do.
Chapter 1. Drowning in the Ocean. On April 13th, 2024, the creator of the YouTube channel Whitey's Fishing, along with 2 of his friends, set out on what seemed like just another fishing trip. He had done this plenty of times before. Tons of fishing videos were already on his channel. But this time, things were different. This wasn't about teaching viewers how to catch fish. This time, they were about to show what not to do and how a peaceful little fishing trip can flip into a brutal fight for survival and a nightmare you'll never forget.
Oi, I don't reckon you're getting it. Oi, I'm putting on a fucking... what's it called? Oi, oi, oi! Don't... fuck! He's in the water! He's in the water, bro! Oi, Reed! Dude, just try to swim towards us, bro. Oi, oi. Chuck us the pole. Oi, you just be on wave watch. Oi, hold that. Go, just climb yourself up. Oh! Oi. Fuck! Dude! Oi, big one! Fuck! You're gonna have to come up, dude. Try come up. Hold that. Oh, dude, you're gonna have to fucking cut yourself. It's all good, don't worry about the rod. It's just... here, hold this. Go, climb. Alright, try get a foot grip. Just try get a foot grip. Come on, brother.
They headed out to the rocky shore, set up, and started fishing. But way sooner than they could ever imagine, disaster struck. No matter how hard they tried, they couldn't pull their friend out of the water and time was running out. The poor guy was thrashing, struggling to get closer to the rocks, just hoping to grab onto something before it was too late. His friends couldn't just jump in after him. That could have made everything worse. But could they really just stand there and watch him drown? They kept trying to calm him down, but with every passing second, the whole thing got scarier and scarier.
Just come this way. Dude! Come up here. Or you're gonna need to come this way, man. Reed, come this way. Swim out here. Just swim out here, man. Sam, get ready. Just swim up. I reckon just try climb the rocks. Here, you're up, yup. Go. Just start climbing, just fuck. You gotta swim this way. Just stay calm. Just stay calm, that's all you can do. Dude, fuck! Oi. Dude! No! Fuck, man. Oh, big wave.
Every crashing wave gave them a flicker of hope. Maybe this would be the one to push him close enough to grab. But hidden inside that hope was pure terror. A whisper that told them, this is it. Today's his last day. And every time a wave slammed against the rocks, and they still couldn't grab his hand, it felt like a hammer smashing down on their own skulls. Seconds stretched into what felt like a lifetime, as fear and panic crushed down on all of them. Until suddenly, one of them came up with an idea.
Anything to, like... I don't know. Rope. Oh, do you have it on you? Is it in your bag? Oh, we got rope. Just stay calm. Oi, start swimming in a bit. You can't. Oh, you can't swim in. He's too exhausted. He's just getting fucked, man. We can't jump in, because if we jump in, we're all fucked.
Oh, unless you can't.
Oh, yeah. This is fucked.
He's gonna have to come close.
Oi, come close. Oi. But try come right, because you'll get slammed here. He needs to get a foot here, and as soon as he gets a foot here, he's asleep. I know, fucking cooked everything. Come right. Go grab it.
Go back.
Huh? Go back. Go, get good foot in. Just hold on to this and let it ground you. Let it ground you. Go, stand on that. Stand on that.
Go.
Fuck. Wait, dude. Just go, stand. Have a quick, have a climb. Holy fuck.
Get up.
Get up.
Get up.
Holy fuck. Cunt. Fuck, come here, brother. Oh, I can give a fucking holy fuck. Oh, fuck.
After what felt like an eternity, they finally managed to pull him out of the water. Battered, cut, and exhausted, he made it back home with his friends. In the end, no one was seriously hurt. But this whole incident was a chilling reminder that even something as simple and harmless as fishing can turn into a deadly disaster, one that could steal the very last breath out of your body. Sometimes, you're lucky your friends are right there to save you. But other times, in the middle of a cold, dark night, all alone with nobody to help, you'll be forced to face the horror on your own. Just like what happened to Allison in the next story. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and leave a like. It really helps us out. We're just at the beginning of this journey, and your support is what keeps the darkness alive. Our next goal is 10,000 subscribers, and with your help, we'll bring you even higher quality and far more disturbing videos. Don't miss what's coming next. Chapter 2. Stranger at the Van Door. Allison, from her YouTube channel Travel Snacks, shares videos of her camping trips and adventures. But on March 9th, 2023, something happened that was unlike any of her previous videos. A terrifying, unprecedented event that turned her camping night into a nightmare.
I made it to Walmart and I gotta pee. I drink a lot of water on this drive, which is good for me and my skin and my body, but not good for having to go to the bathroom after a while. I can't take you with me on that. Kind of too early for dinner, but I don't care because I'm hungry. All right. Actually, I can't put it there because what I need is in here. Instead of peeling potatoes and making french fries, I'm gonna make this Little Potato Company garlic and parsley. Plug in my microwave. Now this is a 700 watt microwave, so I'm gonna do 5 minutes, but it might need more because I think it has what? I think it has a little less power than a regular. Ow. Ah! Hey, get in there, little buddy. No, that's too hot. That's too hot.
Allison first drove in her van to a Walmart in South Carolina to grab some dinner. A dinner that could very well have been her last.
I've been editing for a few hours and didn't realize it's like 9:45. So I need to find a place to sleep right now. So let me look, and I think I'm just gonna go to a hotel. I'm gonna just get my bed ready so when I get there I can go to sleep. Okay, everything is ready to go.
After finishing her meal, Allison tried calling Walmart a few times, but got no answer. She wasn't sure if she was allowed to spend the night there. Around 10 p.m., she decided to move her van to a different spot, a decision that, had she known what was coming, she might have reconsidered.
Dang. I don't know if it's security for the wiener or security for the hotel. But either way, it's gonna be It's gonna be suspicious when I park and never get out of the van. So that's why I don't think I can park here. So I always say better to be safe than sorry in terms of, oh, there's a kitty. I don't want to get woken up in the middle of the night, so. All right, so that's a bust. I have to open the app again and find a hotel. I wonder if there's a Cracker Barrel around here.
After driving around for a while, she finally found a hotel parking lot where she could camp for the night in her van. But from the moment she arrived, something felt off. Guards around the area gave her the uneasy feeling that they didn't want her there, so she decided to keep looking.
And another car. I think I'm gonna have to make a detour. Almost 10 minutes later, and we're still waiting, so I'm gonna turn around. I tried to go on Waze, the app, and see if there's an alternate route, but it didn't work. I don't know how to use Waze. So let me just turn down this road, see what's down here.
On her way, Allison encountered a stopped train that held her up, blocking her path. It was as if every obstacle from the train to the guards to the unresponsive Walmart was warning her not to go further. But she kept going, inching closer and closer to danger with every second.
Oh, that's a FedEx van. All right. Boom. These people pull past me. Lots of people pulling in right now. It's kind of weird. I'll go in the back. Turn this light on. Make sure that the curtain's all the way over. Window coverings are all up so people cannot see inside. Oh my gosh. But I want to look out the window real quick. Light.
Maybe all of these were signs. Maybe the train, the guards, the Walmart, the unanswered calls, they were the universe trying to warn her, to turn her back before the terrifying event she was about to face. But Allison ignored those signs and moved straight toward her fate. Eventually, after searching endlessly, she found a new spot.
Okay, so even though I'm really tired, I usually stay up for a few minutes and just kind of listen to my surroundings and kind of peek out the windows coverings like I just did 1 or 2 more times, just to like make sure that there's no one walking around or security rolling up on me or whatever. And then I go to sleep. Everything's locked up and I'm ready for bed, but that's what I'll be doing for at least 1 or 2, 5 more minutes. Good night. Somebody's knocking.
Allison carefully checked her surroundings and nearby vehicles, making sure she wasn't in immediate danger before trying to sleep. But no amount of caution could prevent what was about to happen.
Just a second. Hi.
Hey, you have a room?
I just pulled over just to go to the bathroom back here. I'm leaving.
Okay.
All right, so it happened. That's the first time in hundreds, and I mean hundreds, of hotel parking lots that I ever got the knock. And I hadn't even fallen asleep. I had just, like I said, just sat there and listened for a few minutes. It hadn't even been 5 minutes since I turned off the camera when I heard that knock. Now, normally, if it was like, I don't know, if it was in the middle of the night, I would probably not have answered because of safety and because they wouldn't have known that I was in there. But since they saw me pull up and park, then they were like, bro, no. That's the car that was parked behind me. So when I pulled up and turned and parked, that car was parked there with their lights on. But it's a regular car. It wasn't like a security car. So it looked like two dudes, which I couldn't really see, but it looked like two dudes in that car, in that regular car. So
Allison eventually ran into a guard and had to leave the area. She found another parking lot and managed to spend the night. While the person pounding on her van wasn't a homeless addict, a dangerous psycho, or a serial killer, the fear and anxiety that those sounds brought her were real, and the memory of that night would likely stay with her for a long time. If you thought what happened in the last video was terrifying, brace yourself for what comes next. You'll see that a woman alone in the dark can face even bigger dangers than someone pounding on her van. What happens to Natalie next will leave any viewer thinking twice about the risks of a night alone in the dark. Chapter 3. Group attack on a lone woman. Natalie is a young woman who shares her trips and camping adventures across Northern Ireland on her YouTube channel, Natalie Outdoors NI. In August 2025, she went to Portmuck, a coastal area in Northern Ireland, a place that would turn out to be the setting for one of the most terrifying experiences of her life.
So I'm sitting here making my dinner and I heard voices and I peeked down and I could see people from away up there. So I was like, I shoved my hat on. I had all my hair tucked down in my jacket to try and make me look like a fella. Because I've never camped here before, I was nervous about who was coming along because you have to go right round the side and away down here. But then I seen a guy and then I heard kids and then I seen the woman that was a couple and their children. They were so lovely, yarning away to me, asking, do I do this all the time? And they were down Bloody Bridge last week. I was saying that I camp in the mornings normally. And their kids were like, we want a wild camp. They were so nice, but they were like, do you do this by yourself? And I was like, I'm sure people think that do come across me, that girl is crazy. I'm just casually out here in a tent, making my dinner. The dog tried to come up because he could smell my dinner. Oh, so funny.
The day seemed perfect, and Natalie was ready for a fun and relaxing camping trip. Little did she know, things weren't going to go as smoothly or normally as she expected. After arriving, she set up her tent and unpacked her gear, but right from the start, strange noises began to unsettle her. At first, Natalie felt relieved, thinking the people around weren't a threat. But that sense of comfort didn't last long. She cooked her meal, ate dinner, and then decided it was time to get ready for bed.
Hello. So there was a group of 4 people coming towards the tent. I realised it was 4 teenage boys, and you could hear them whispering and getting on. I ended up poking my head out and saying hello, and they headed up the hill to the cliffs behind me. Now up that way it's access to a farm, so there's no public access up there, so I'm guessing they live there. But as they were walking up the hill, they all started shouting, "We're getting the police phoned, you're not allowed to camp there, we're ringing the police." So I could be in for an eventful night here. I don't know if the police will come down this far. I have to go right along the rocks and right down here. I don't know if a farmer from away up the cliff's going to come down, or they're going to come back, or what's going to happen. But yeah, came to the coast for a change of scenery, and the police might be coming to remove me.
As darkness fell, she crawled into her tent to sleep. But before she could drift into a deep sleep, she was jolted awake. Anxiety gripped her. She could sense danger nearby.
Well, that is me in the bed. I can't see anything coming of like what they were shouting. Couldn't see them going home and actually telling someone. I think it's just teens being teens. The ears open anyway, because if I hear a voice saying "excuse me," I'll shut myself. So yeah, I will hopefully be here in the morning. Fingers crossed. Good night.
And that wasn't the only threat. The smallest possible intervention, the arrival of the police, might have helped her feel safe. But who were these teenagers? 4 young people could easily do something reckless, or worse, to a lone woman. Natalie was terrified, unsure of the right choice. One wrong move, and she might not see it the next morning. Maybe she should just pack everything up and run.
So the sea was sounding suspiciously close to the tent. I had to get up and look out. I did check the tide times before I came, but I don't know if it reaches here. I'm hoping not. There's another hour and a half till full high tide, and it's, I wouldn't say it's close, but it is close. It's not like about to touch my tent, but there's another hour or more of growing time. It definitely sounds like there's water out there. The water was down there and that way earlier, not up there. There was grass. I don't know.
In the end, Natalie took the risk. She decided to stay the night and try to sleep. But beyond the fear of those kids or the police, other unsettling noises kept her on edge. On top of that, she had to worry about waves crashing onto her tent. What should have been a beautiful night had turned into a nightmare for Natalie. Still, despite all the dangers, she managed to sleep there. The next morning, after a long, stressful, sleepless night, Natalie woke up, enjoyed the view, packed her things, and left. But there was no way she could count this camping trip among her happy memories. Do you think those kids could really have posed a serious threat to Natalie? Share your thoughts with us. Chapter 4. Haunted Prism. Trent is an American who uploads videos of his van trips across the US and Canada on his YouTube channel, Trent the Traveler. He explores beautiful and spooky places, camping along the way. But in October 2022, he uploaded a video that captured the scariest night of his entire life. One day, while exploring Georgia, Trent got a call from his friend Jake, inviting him to check out an abandoned location and make a video together.
Oh! Oh, that door just slammed. Freak!
But this place was different from anything Trent had visited before. It was an asylum for criminally insane patients rumored by locals to be haunted, and no one dared to step inside. Eager for a big adventure, Trent accepted Jake's offer, unaware of the horrors waiting for them. Trent arrived a little earlier than Jake and decided to explore alone. Almost immediately, the heavy atmosphere of the prison began to weigh on him.
Rivers Men's Criminally Insane Asylum, which was the hub of the, essentially the most insane of the insane on the entire campus, which is 16,000 acres.
16,000 acres.
16,000 acres. This was a city in itself.
Oh my God.
It had its own farms, had its own power plants.
That's music. What the freak?
It's not me.
What?
I'll just say I'm on Bluetooth.
I'm not playing music.
Let's investigate.
Whether the noises he heard were caused by wind, a homeless person, a ghost, or something else, Trent was scared. The initial thrill and adrenaline had faded, and he was slowly forced to face the reality of this eerie place. He decided to wait for Jake before going any further. Jake soon arrived with another guide to explain the site, along with a camera crew. As they listened to the guide, a sudden sound grabbed everyone's attention, terrifying the group.
So right now we're going into the solitary confinement wing. So this is when the inmates were on their worst behavior, they'd be sent to this wing. And this is the picture. I'm sure you can throw it into your video. But where that picture was taken was down here when one of our team members was alone.
Where is that person standing?
About halfway down this hallway.
He's looking back this way?
Yeah, so he might be, I think the figure was like in this doorway right here and he was past there. And yeah, he was alone down here doing a little cleanup and he felt this terrifying chill run up his spine and he turned around with his headlamp on, he took a picture and then I think went out this back door over here.
What's up?
Water. Why is there water?
Someone taking a bath?
It doesn't sound like water, it sounds like talking.
Whoa. That's new. There's water still in these pipes.
Whoa, that's a straight up pool in there. Let me cross. Sorry.
Oh my God.
Whoa.
Who else could be there? They hadn't played any music, yet the sound was real. From that moment, questions and mysteries consumed Trent and the crew's minds, but they continued the tour. Even decades after its closure, the solitary sections of a prison are the scariest, and if danger wanted to strike, it would be there.
If there's anyone here with us, we've set out some devices, little cat balls at both doors. All you need to do is come close to them and give them a little nudge and a light to let us know you're here. give us a sign by rocking, tapping.
Dude. So what is going on there? You don't know what's happening?
I don't know that light or that sound.
What is supposed to happen?
I just know that when you get close to it, it makes the different tones. That's something completely else.
Dude, I'm literally shaking
Whoever is
right now.
near the red light, could you move the cat ball next to it? The little clear ball just beside it.
Still, they stepped into the heart of that threat, unaware of what awaited them. The tour wasn't just about the asylum's history. It was full of unanswered questions and new fears that settled into their minds. And now, it was time for the main reason they came: ghost hunting. Remember, this wasn't just an abandoned building. Hundreds, maybe thousands, of criminally insane patients had spent their days and nights here, many dying inside these walls. The presence of wandering spirits was entirely plausible. Trent and his friends set up a device to measure sudden temperature changes, and the results were unbelievable, sending chills through all of them.
That hit a high note. Who's here with us right now? Who keeps playing with our red light? I don't like this. I don't freaking like this. What is going on? Alright, let's go. Come on.
Trent couldn't believe what he was seeing. He was trembling with fear and stress, but this was only the beginning. Jake brought out a spirit box to communicate via radio waves with the spirits in the asylum, a decision he would soon regret.
I'm done, dude. I'm out. That was too much for me. Like that. I'm done, dude. I'm out. That was too much for me. Like that. That was literally like something from a horror movie. That's like, okay, the main character and all his friends need to leave immediately. What the freak, dude?
Like, completely quit scanning the radio waves. Completely just went to some weird just feedback. This has been nonstop going off. Like, I don't even know right now. Well, I have my title for my video. My scariest night ever, because I don't know what's going on now.
Dude, that sound was the scariest.
That was, I'm like, I agree with you there. I was actually kind of terrified with that noise.
It was like pure chaos.
Yeah.
What's happening?
And it was going an octave lower each time. And you know the best part is? This was off.
I don't know what that means because I don't know what that device does.
This is the spirit box. This is just a Bluetooth speaker.
You gotta be kidding me.
This was off.
You gotta be kidding me. Don't even say that. You're lying right now. There's no freaking way.
I was pressing, look.
The cursed, strange sounds over the radio were far from normal. Something there wanted to speak to Trent and Jake, or warn them. Whatever it wasn't good. Trent was terrified and struggling to stay calm. The energy of that cursed place could consume anyone, pushing them to the brink of madness.
No, that was a cough.
Hello?
I heard a cough. That was a human coughing. Now,
Trent really didn't want to continue, but after consulting with the group, they decided to stay longer at least to answer some of their questions. But it was a grave mistake. Moment by moment, things got more dangerous and serious. While reviewing their camera footage, they suddenly heard a cough from the end of a dark corridor, triggering a reaction of pure fear. At first, they thought maybe a real person was there, a criminal or a homeless person who could hurt them. But it got scarier when they realized the corridor led to the prison's medical wing. There was no way that sound came from a living person. It had to be paranormal. They searched every room in the hallway and found nothing doubt turned into certainty. This place was truly haunted. They searched every room in the hallway and found nothing doubt turned into certainty. This place was truly haunted. Eventually, after more exploration and attempts to investigate, they didn't find anything else significant and ended their adventure. Even experiencing it once is enough to last a lifetime. The sounds Trent and his friends heard were eerie and unsettling, scaring them deeply. Sometimes, though, the sounds are familiar, and the moment you recognize them, you know your life is at risk, like the sounds Mike hears in the next video. Chapter 5. Shooting at an abandoned place. Mike Corey is a well-known YouTuber who travels the world searching for the best camping spots. He shares his experiences on his channel, Fearless and Far. On November 13th, 2021, Mike headed to northeastern Turkey to explore an abandoned fortress called the Devil's Castle. Built in 500 BC, it had been conquered by various empires and groups over the centuries. Just from the name, it was clear that Mike was in for a challenging and potentially dangerous camping trip. Strange and terrifying events were waiting, truly deserving the name Devil's Castle.
This is the main entrance. You can see the little spindly path we came on. We walked up here, and I'm pretty sure that's how it always was, because this definitely looks like a main door. And look at that up there. It's like is it a toilet? It wouldn't have a toilet. Maybe it was for defense as well. If this was the front door, you could drop things or shoot things down from up there. Not exactly sure. All speculation. Oh, look. There's another one here. A hole in the middle of the rampart above us that goes down like 20 feet.
After a grueling hike, Mike finally reached the fortress and began exploring its various areas.
All right, look at this. There's a tunnel. Maybe it goes in the tower. Any demons? Any devils?
No demons. No devils. Just an empty hole.
He discovered interesting spots like a well and a chapel, but the real story began when he found the tunnel leading inside the fortress. This is where the terrifying events started.
It's getting cold. I've decided on a spot. We're gonna sleep right here next to the tower. I would have loved to get on top of the tower. However, I think we need professional climbing equipment to go up here. I think there was at one point a rope or a ladder or something, but no more. And hey, I want to live to camp another day. So this will be home. I've cleared some rocks. Let's get set up before it gets really cold, before that sun completely disappears. It's almost gone. Let's go. Tent set up, fire made, sun over the horizon. 2 apples. Also, a bag. This looks ridiculous. A bag of chestnuts. The idea originally was to put them in in tinfoil and cook them. Don't have tinfoil. We'll try to cook them in the fire. And lastly, we've got these, which I promise taste much better than they look. I don't know what they're called though, but they're hazelnuts on a string dipped in grape juice, and they make these like jelly rolls with nuts on the inside. If you know what the name of these things are, tell me, because they're...
Mike was very wrong about what he was getting into. That tunnel wasn't just an ordinary hole, and the fortress was far from normal. As the air grew colder and darkness approached, Mike needed to find his campsite, settle in, and have dinner. He was excited at first, but if he had known what was coming, that smile wouldn't have lasted long. After eating, Mike decided to light a torch and explore the area around his campsite at night. But Devil's Castle was no place for this, and he realized that sooner than expected. He began hearing familiar sounds that spelled danger and death.
Someone came with a gun and fired shots at the castle. They're firing shots at me. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do.
Gunshots rang out. Panic set in. Mike had no idea what was happening around him. Who was shooting? Were they connected to the castle or its history? And most importantly, was Mike's life in danger?
Left everything behind, and now I'm trying to find a safe place to go. That's in there with a flashlight. You hear those gunshots? They don't want me here.
Mike had very few options. He could either pack up immediately and run, or stay put quietly, hoping nothing would happen. Any mistake could have meant being accidentally, or deliberately, shot by those armed individuals. At that moment, he was literally trapped in the cursed castle, a prison of the devil. What was supposed to be a fun, adventurous camping trip had turned into a survival horror movie. He soon realized that the shooters were actually police officers, suspicious that he might be searching for treasure or planning some terrorist activity. After talking with them, the misunderstanding was resolved, but the stressful, terrifying moments of that night would likely stay in Mike's mind for a long time. The fear for his life turned that night into the scariest of his life when every second could mean a bullet to the head. You're never the same person again. Chapter 6. Sleeping with Spirits in a Cemetery. Omar is a well-known YouTuber who shares adventures in hidden, spooky, and haunted locations on his channel, Omar Gosh TV. While most of his videos are just for fun, on December 6, 2024, he went to one of the world's most terrifying cemeteries, Spring Hill Cemetery in Florida, USA. Dating back to the Civil War and the era of slavery, even approaching this cemetery during the day scared people away. But Omar wanted to camp there.
I feel really strange here. I mean, as soon as I arrived here, I felt this like dizziness, almost like a dizzy spell. Now I do get a little dizzy sometimes. I haven't felt like this honestly in a few years, which is quite strange and ironic that when I come here, I'm feeling weird like that. Oh, that's just me personally. It might just be a coincidence.
From the moment he entered and wandered among the tombstones, a strange feeling overcame him. The heavy, eerie atmosphere immediately pulled him in. He realized right away that this wasn't going to be a simple camping trip, and something ominous could happen.
Just a few minutes ago, I was doing some aerial shots right now of the cemetery and trying to find if I could see that abandoned shed that I've seen online. Well, not that I've seen it, I've heard about it online, where they would torture some of the African slaves. I'm trying to find it. But as I'm flying my drone here in this area right here, and mind you, I have my drone, I mean, I could fly my drone in 30-mile-per-hour winds. There's not really a ton of wind, especially underneath the trees. As I'm flying my drone in through here, there was something trying to pull it down. And I didn't think there was anything here, but when I landed my drone, this is where I was trying to go down, I seen this. I think it has a story to it. Not sure what. And there's no names or nothing. I mean, other than those few things, I haven't been spooked to the point where I feel like unwelcomed here.
Omar encountered more unsettling problems, things he couldn't explain like strange events with his drone, and an unearthly force that frightened him.
Look at that spinning. Oh, wow. That was really creepy. Hey, dude. Hey, you see anything over here? You see anything over here? Because that little windmill was spinning, and as soon as I said something about it, it stopped.
Remember
Look at that, look at that. Is there anybody here right now that would like to speak to us? Show your presence on this black box here. It's called a K2 meter, and it can sense your presence. We're interested in knowing your story if you want to communicate.
Is there anybody here who wants to talk?
Oh. It's all red.
What do you want to hear?
Whoa.
Did you hear that?
Yes.
What'd it say? What do you want to hear?
Coke?
Coke?
I got it in reverse speed, so whatever comes out of it as a sentence is an actual sentence.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it just went to red right here. Look.
Did it?
Yep. We have a very strong presence right here. Who is this? What is your first name?
Edward.
Edward.
Edward?
I know I saw somebody standing over there.
Okay, this was really freaky right now, just a little bit ago. What did we say to it? And I didn't have the camera rolling right now. You were asking it a question and it said...
It said you'll never know.
It said you'll...
Like what your name was.
You'll never know.
Okay, yeah, that's what it was. I mean, it said it's clear as day. It said you'll never know.
Who was the one that was hung from the tree out here, or were there many?
Disturbed, frightened, and uneasy, Omar left the cemetery but returned later that night with his friends. Visiting a cemetery at night when people didn't even dare enter during the day was already dangerous, and the place had even scarier surprises waiting for Omar and his friends.
And there have been multiple reports about hearing some kind of like baby or like a small child crying, and they just heard it. They all heard it at the same time.
Right there. Heard it.
It's over here.
Ooh, I heard it.
There's more of this. Hear it?
It's right over here. Is it a hog?
It's over there.
Oh, wow.
It sounds like a baby crying.
That's really close.
What were the spirits trying to say? Who had they buried here? And why were they communicating these things to Omar and his friends? Every grave they approached seemed to speak to them, growing more and more terrifying. The cemetery was absolutely no place to spend the night. By now, they didn't even need the spirit box their own ears were hearing the voices.
How you doing, John?
Nervous.
A little nervous.
Yeah. Normally we have at least like 10 people here. Today it's just 3 of us.
Just a couple of us. We brought our camping gear. We got some beef jerky. Not only are we gonna spend the night here, we're gonna respect the people that have passed on to the next life. We brought some flowers for them. We're gonna put some flowers on their graves. And I brought a couple toys. I know there was some kids that were buried here. And there's already a couple toys set up on some of these graves. So we're gonna set up some toys there, and it's gonna be fun and maybe a little bit scary. Termite, high beams.
Omar and his friends left that night, but the questions about the haunted cemetery lingered. Eventually, after a few days, they returned this time for a full overnight camp among the dead. It was a risky decision that was bound to have serious consequences.
It's the cops.
There's 2.
There's 2.
Minimum 2.
Oh, come on, man. Really? You gotta blind us? Oh, come on.
So the cops kind of told us that we can't be here, that we're trespassing. I mean, they didn't arrest us or anything. We're gonna go ahead and get out of here. Maybe we'll come back later or something. We look so suspicious. We're like the only damn car here in this parking lot.
Drew, you started us.
We're playing some Uno right now before we go back to the cemetery. Okay, I think those cops should be gone by now. It's been a few hours. It's about midnight right now. Happy birthday, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah. Actually, I already told him happy birthday, but not on camera. So. Happy birthday to John. We were told not to come back here, but we're coming back here. I don't know if this is a good idea, bro.
I lost my wallet. I need to have my wallet.
Yeah, true that. What if they're like in the woods waiting for us to come back here? I ain't gonna lie.
They wandered the cemetery for a while, placing flowers on some graves to show respect and that they meant no harm. But that couldn't stop what was coming. Suddenly, the police arrived. Omar was right. Returning wasn't a good idea. They should have listened to the police and left, but by coming back, they made the biggest mistake of the night.
On John's birthday. Just being here overnight is a bit of a challenge. I mean, this place is creepy, and you know, we had cops here a little bit ago, and they kind of told us we weren't supposed to be here.
And we came back.
And we came back. I keep like looking and freaking myself out, thinking they're gonna start showing up. I don't know. Like, it's bad enough we're just a couple feet away from dead bodies, but we're... You heard that?
I heard that.
I'm gonna go out there. I swear I heard something right over there.
Same here.
Oh gosh.
And there's not a breeze, dude. Bro, we need sleep.
Bro, we're not gonna be able to sleep.
We need to get the hell out of here. It stopped as we say that. It stops.
There's like zero wind right now. I don't know.
I mean, you can tell, look at the moss.
Yeah.
The Spanish moss. There's no wind.
Yeah.
Look at the tall grass.
And it just
here.
like came to a complete halt. Like, that's creepy.
I don't know. Looks like some corn. What is that?
Home? Turn your light on, dude.
I don't have the flashlight on me.
Go grab it out of the tent.
Bro, that's a freaking tooth, dude.
Dude, that is a tooth.
What's that? Did you hear that?
Yeah.
What is that over there? What, you see that by the tree? Like
Dude,
something.
it's just a tree.
No, bro, I see something. Like moving. Nah, bro, that's moving right.
Bro,
What the
f is that?
What the hell is that? Oh my gosh, oh my gosh.
You guys should. Yeah. Dude, just let's go.
They chose a spot, set up their tent, and started messing around. Until 3 a.m., the time when any sound or movement in the cemetery could become deadly.
That was so scary.
It was on the other side of the barrier,
I mean, maybe it's not allowed to come in here. Maybe we are safe in here, actually. It's 4:30 in the morning. Only got like maybe another 2 hours or so. So I'm gonna maybe try to take a little nap. That's one thing.
What was there? A spirit? A vagrant? Whoever or whatever it was, Omar and his friends didn't care. They jumped in the car and fled without even packing up. Yet, unbelievably, after a while, they circled back and returned. It was as if whatever haunted them wasn't finished yet. Terrified, they finally decided to sleep in the tent and leave in the morning. But their sleep was quickly disturbed.
No, bro.
You had the button, dude.
Oh, my keys are right here.
Omar, come here. Look at your car.
Oh my god. Okay, whatever was in those woods right now just came maybe inches away from us sleeping and took the stuff that we put on the grave over there. This is the toys that we put on that little girl's grave. I've been in this tent the whole time, bro. I swear I didn't come out here.
Let's just stay in the car for the...
Dude, no, bro, no.
Let's just keep playing games.
Bro, I swear I just heard something.
So did I.
What? We will kill you if you touch us.
We got guns and big ass knives, bro. And tasers. If anybody's out there trying to mess with us, come out now and leave or we will fight you. I'm not freaking kidding, dude. I'm not dying on my birthday. Dude, let's just pack all the crap up and just stay in the car, have the car running. Because, dude, I want to stay here for the last 2 hours. It's my birthday, dude. I want to be able to do it for my birthday, bro.
Yeah, but if you're gonna do it, we need to do it right. We need to do it right, okay? We are almost here. You know what? You guys go to sleep. I'll stay up.
Dude, I can't fall.
This has been like probably one of the worst nights of my life. But I know if we get through this night, it'd be something that we'll talk about forever. Could have got arrested tonight.
In the end, Omar and his friends survived the night and saw the morning, but the experience was a harsh lesson. No cemetery is a place for the living to sleep. They were lucky to survive and avoid disaster. What do you think? Do you believe spirits wander cemeteries and pose a real danger?
Do you dare to watch